What up? It's your boy Nick Incredible, and as you can tell from the title, this is something that I haven't reviewed in a minute. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here, especially with Season 8 coming around the corner. This is 911 Season 7, Episode 3, titled Capsize. And to be fair, Corey kind of got what he was asking for. Let's talk about it.
Headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best.
This was a pretty good episode. It was a nice wrap up to the season premiere of Season 7, with it being 3 episodes to kind of span over the season opener. Now, I did enjoy this episode, but there were so many moments that I didn't like. Now, one of those moments would be the little boy Corey. Obviously, this dude, he almost got left when we saw them in the very beginning of the episode, and then he almost shipped left maybe or something. He went the wrong direction or something like that for the second time, and then when the gunfighting started happening, he had headphones on. So at this point, it's time to take this game and his headphones from him and make him pay attention to his surroundings, because obviously he's not paying attention, and that's why he got left on the freaking ship when everybody else was leaving, and then they had to go save Corey. Now, that was one moment that really upset me, and I just can't get over it. Now, big ups to Bobby this episode, in my opinion, because Bobby went hardcore. Now, we see Bobby putting in work. Him being the captain of the 118, we don't normally see him in a lot of situations to where he has to go in and save someone or do this particular thing. Normally, the people that do that is Buck, Chim, Eddie, or Hen. They're the ones that does that, or like some of the other guys from around, the station. Bobby doesn't have to do that because he's the captain, but he's the only one, capable of doing it now, so he has to do it. So like when he's saving Norman from them being capsized and everything like that, you just get to see Bobby in a different light. We know he can do it because he's a firefighter, but he doesn't actively have that role. They even mentioned it. Athena was like, well, I wish Buck could have seen you do that. But Bobby was like, I wish Buck would have been here to do it. But it was a fun episode, although serious at the same time. Now, I do feel for Norman because, we've seen Norman them for a minute now throughout the series. But Lola, on the other hand, she acts like she's so mad at Julian when technically you were involved in this. Now, to be fair, Julian was working with the pirates and it led to this, but you actively cheated with him of your own accord. Now, one thing that upset me, along with, Corey, was the Julian aspect. We see so much stuff going on after the fall of Julian from the very first episode. I knew he couldn't be trusted, but we see him kind of gain a little bit of that back at the same time in episodes 2 and 3. And to have Julian survive all this other stuff, and then right there at the ending, be willing to sacrifice himself, and even mention that, hey, being alive in prison is better than being dead in the bottom of the ocean. And to see him sacrifice himself that way to try to signal the flare, and then end up dying, it was a little sad, man. I mean, because like I said, he earned that a little bit of his dignity back, and then to see him willing to sacrifice himself like that, and then him actually sacrifice himself. So big up on Julian, man. I really respect him for that. This cruise ship has got to be the worst cruise ship ever, man. I know the pirates came and kind of just initially started all of this, but there's been instance after instance with all these people dying that was supposed to be the last few survivors, man. I mean, big shout out to Wes, man. He was doing this thing, and then he died right there in the end, man. I don't know, man. And then he told the captain, tell his wife and his kids that he loved them, man. It was sad. It was a little heartbreaking. Like I said, it was fun and enjoyable, but there were some heartbreaking moments in this episode. But maybe Bobby and Athena both was right about their reservations about going on this cruise ship. But they went on this cruise ship, and it led to this, and we see Bobby step up in a different role that we don't normally really see him in. But we get to see him as acting captain disregard, their commander or chief or whatever, and really actively go looking for Bobby. She's doing stuff all shady but with good reason, because Bobby and Athena were in trouble. She didn't have any definitive proof, but she couldn't connect to them. She couldn't get a hold of them. So that made her venture out. And we see her bump into Tommy when she's doing all this underhanded, shady stuff, which we haven't really seen or know anything about him except from flashbacks of when he and Chimney were at the 118 before Buck and Eddie and Bobby came there. So we don't know a lot about Tommy. I know you guys do because you're all caught up, but it was nice to see him again, and we know how him and Hen's situation kind of worked itself out because their captain was a real piece of work. And then, you know, they started to respect Hen after she saved that call. Now, I gotta admit, seeing him step up like, that's the right call, right, Hen? You know, that's what happened, right? So he took them out to try to rescue Bobby and Athena, and they did. Like, there was some real problems, but like Athena, you know, shout out to Flair and saved them. I feel like the overall concept of this series premiere with the capsize of the boat, we all know that either with 911 or 911 Lone Star, we have that big series opener, and then it kind of develops as the season goes forth. Now, season 7 has 10 episodes on ABC, and I know I'm late, but I'm going to try to hammer all these out before season 8 drops Thursday. So that's a lot of episodes. I think it's 7 more episodes with the 2 that I've done in this one right now. So be prepared. I'm dropping a lot of 911 right off rip. Lone Star should be coming back soon too. But a nice episode overall. Hen saved everybody, you know, with her gut feeling. And then Bobby saved the little boy. They saved the mother. We lost some people in the process, but overall it was a good concept. I feel like Lola tends to like prison. I don't know what her recourse is, but for some reason she keeps finding herself in situations where she keeps ending up going to jail. So now she's going to do 10 to 20 years for her part in all these crimes. But I feel like it was a nice resolution to wrap everything up. We see that there was problem after problem after problem on this cruise ship with Bobby and Athena. And I knew they weren't going to die or anything, but we see that Bobby was already had some reservations, and I feel like it strengthened their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Bobby was a little perturbed about going on the cruise, but now, because of the whole incident, which weirdly works for everybody on the 118, like it's incidents and problems that bring their relationships so much closer. It's weird, but you know, who cares? It was a good episode, man, and I'm ready to go check out episode 4. And like I told you guys, I'm dropping a bunch of this, so I'll be prepared for season 8 Thursday. This is really incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button. You can smash any more. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe. Peace out.
Cause I've been working a lot. I think I deserve a shot. I think I deserve a spot. Cause it's been years on this path that I walked, and if I keep going, I pray I'll be at the top.